Live from the IRC television studios on the SUNY Oneonta campus, this is Oneonta News Now. I'm Joanna Weidenhammer.
And I'm Barbara Prempeh.
Before we start the news, meteorologist Matthew Miles joins us with a look at the Oneonta weather cam.
Thanks, Joanna. Well, we've had a bit of a cool down lately. I'll let you know how long that's going to last after the break.
Thanks, Matthew. Coming up next, we have your campus news. Stay tuned to Oneonta News Now.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
In campus news, President of SUNY Oneonta, Dr. Nancy Klonowski, has announced her plans to retire in July of 2018. Dr. Klonowski has been president of SUNY Oneonta for 9 years and has served as the 7th president of the college since its conception in 1889. In her retirement announcement, Dr. Klonowski acknowledged the hard work of faculty and staff along with the contributions made by alumni and donors. Dr. Klonowski went on to state, quote, "I have enjoyed many opportunities to meet students and see them grow and thrive at SUNY Oneonta," unquote. She admitted her departure from SUNY Oneonta will be bittersweet. A search committee is expected to be appointed within the next few weeks. This appointed search committee will be enacted to follow State University of New York protocol for conducting presidential candidate searches on state-operated campuses.
The Offices of Communications and Admissions are looking for SUNY Oneonta's #1 fans to be representatives in the college brochures, videos, and other promotional materials. A casting call will be held on Tuesday, April 18th and Wednesday, April 19th. All current SUNY Oneonta students are invited to attend this casting call that will be taking place right here in the IRC television studio. You'll be interviewed on camera about your experiences at Oneonta, as well as having your photo taken. If you or someone you know is interested in being the new face of SUNY Oneonta, head to oneonta.com.edu/casting call.
4 SUNY Oneonta seniors were among a select group of State University of New York students chosen to receive the 2017 SUNY Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. SUNY Chancellor Nancy Zimpher presented the awards to the students during a reception held in their honor. This ceremony took place on April 5th at the Empire State Plaza Convention Center in Albany. Zimpher stated, quote, "Every student we recognize has demonstrated a strong commitment to their degree program, home campus, and greater community," unquote. This award is presented annually to SUNY Oneonta students, or SUNY students, who demonstrate academic excellence and integrate it with accomplishments in other areas. The 4 SUNY Oneonta students selected to receive the SUNY Chancellor's Award included Daniela Gutierrez, Sphira Sanjay, Rachel Shine, and Jillian Young. The Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence is the highest honor the SUNY system bestows upon students.
Thanks, Joanna. We have your local entertainment news when we come back. Stay tuned to Oneonta News Now.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We are back with your local entertainment news update with Samantha Johnson. What's going on this week on campus, Samantha?
Well, Oneonta is having its very own sit and paint night this week, and there's multiple fundraisers going on for some great causes, but let's take a closer look at what's going on in Oneonta this week. The Oneonta State Emergency Squad will be selling Krispy Kreme donuts on Friday, April 14th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The donuts will be coming from Scranton, Pennsylvania. All proceeds will be going towards a new truck and equipment for OSIS. You will have the option of buying 1 donut, a half a dozen, or a full dozen. The EMS squad will be stationed in the Schumacher Quad and Presidential Garden. It will be on first-come, first-served basis, so get there early in order to receive your donuts. This weekend, the Red Dragon Theater will be screening the film Rise of the Guardians. Rise of the Guardians is an epic adventure that tells a story of a group of heroes with extraordinary abilities. When an evil spirit known as Pitch lays down the gauntlet to take over the world, the immortal guardians join forces for the first time ever to protect the hopes, beliefs, and imagination of children all over the world. The film is rated PG and will be played Friday through Sunday at 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. with a special screening on Sunday at 1 p.m. Tickets are free for SUNY Oneonta students and $3 for all others. The Student Association Activities Council will be hosting a sit and paint event this Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the Hunt Union Ballroom. Attendees are encouraged to follow along with the directions, but can also do their own thing. There will be 200 canvases available. In order to guarantee your canvas, you must RSVP. If you do not pick up your reserved canvas by 9:30 p.m., it will be given to the individuals that have not reserved one prior. The event is free with the SUNY Oneonta ID, and all are welcome to attend. Oneonta's community service fraternity Alpha Phi Omega is teaming up with Phi Kappa Psi to host a bubble soccer tournament. The event will be raising money to help aid in suicide prevention programs. Teams will have the opportunity to register from April 10th to April 14th and again from April 19th through the 21st. Registration will take place at Hunt Union from 12 to 5 p.m. The event will be held from 3 to 8 p.m. on April 29th on the intramural field. Come on out to support a great cause. Until next week, I'm Samantha Johnson. Back to you, ladies.
I don't know how you can play soccer with a bubble over your head.
I know, right? I feel like I would just fall onto the ground.
But I'm sure it's going to be a great event.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have your local news. Stay tuned to ONN.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence. On lève bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Local news, warmer temperatures, heavy rainfall, and sleet have resulted in some concerns of river flooding in Otsego County. No flood warnings or road closures were put into effect during these conditions. However, it has been reported that the Susquehanna River located in Oneonta is nearly 11 feet above normal. Fire Chief for the Oneonta Fire Department, Patrick Pigeon, will become concerned once the river has reached around 16 feet above normal. Meanwhile, Mohawk Valley residents face flooding after heavy rainfall swept through the area overnight. The Delta Dam surpassed its flood stage and resulted in water overflowing into the Mohawk River. The flooding caused the closure of 2 roadways in Oneida County. Residents of the area were cautioned prior to the flood conditions and began flood preparations in their homes.
In recognition of National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, state police and local law enforcement will be cracking down on distracted driving. Operation Hang Up will be initiated as a statewide program in New York State. This program will focus on distracted driving along with other vehicle and traffic law infractions. Law enforcement will be setting up checkpoints to target drivers using electronic devices while driving. According to the preliminary data released by the New York State, tickets for cell phones usage has declined. However, ever since 2011, there has been a rise in texting-related tickets. Governor Cuomo has urged drivers to put their devices down while driving to prevent tragedy in New York State communities as well as across the country.
In recognition of Reverend Gary Bonebreak's retirement, several events have been planned later this month to honor the pastor of Oneonta's Main Street Baptist Church. A buffet dinner will honor Bonebreak and his wife Barbara at 6 p.m. on April 27th at Oneonta's Carriage House, located on Southside Drive. On April 30th, the church will hold a coffee reception honoring the couple following the morning service. After 22 years, Bonebreak said that a lot of factors went into his decision to retire. At the age of 70, he felt it was the right time to retire. He and his wife plan on staying in Oneonta. However, they will attend a different church to make room for the new pastor chosen through the current church search process. Bonebreak said he will miss the people of the congregation and preaching the word of God since he has been doing it for such a long time.
A local Oneonta woman was accused of shoplifting after an investigation was launched by state police to identify an employee who was stealing. The suspected employee shoplifted merchandise worth of almost $500. According to the state police, 19-year-old Angela Lana was charged with a misdemeanor of petite larceny on April 5th. Lana's arrest followed a complaint at the Walmart Supercenter located on State Highway 23 in the town of Oneonta. The investigation determined that over the course of a year, the Walmart store employee had stolen hundreds of dollars worth of goods. Lana was issued a ticket to appear in court on April 18th.
The Otsego County Conservation Association will be accepting submissions for their annual Eco Art and Trendy Trash Contest. This Trash to Treasure Challenge gives participants the opportunity to create practical or artistic works from items that have outlived their original purpose. All submissions will be displayed at the Earth Festival, which will be taking place on Saturday, April 22nd at the Milford Central School. Awards will be provided to those who are awarded first and second place in both the adult and student categories. Entries into this contest is free for students and $5 for adult entries. Sounds good. I definitely want to go out and see some of that art.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
When we come back, Matthew Miles will take a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Let's find out what the weather has in store for us this week with our meteorologist, Matthew Miles.
Thanks, Joanna. Well, you guys were talking about the rising of the water, floods, all of that. A lot to contribute to that, including the warm-up we've been seeing of snow melting. In Oneonta, there was still 8 inches of snow on the ground just a week ago. So that's really contributing to the rising of our water. But today, we got up to 57 degrees. You saw some rain early this morning, little scattered showers, but it broke open and we had a nice sunny day, which we all love, and it's a bit cooler. Wind speeds at 8 to 10 miles per hour, and we didn't have any precipitation, which is always a nice thing. We all love that. For tonight, we have about 35 degrees as a low, so a bit of a cooler night. Good night to walk the Mills Mart. A bit cloudy, so you're not going to be able to see the moon or anything like that. But there is a chance of rain, about 20% chance. For more scattered showers, they're not going to bring much downpour, with an 8 to 10 mile per hour wind speed and wind gusts at times at 23 miles per hour. So definitely going to get a little windy tonight. As for tomorrow, we get up to 55 degrees, so a little warmer. It's going to be sunny throughout the day. Wind speed about the same at 8 to 11 miles per hour. So another nice day coming up. Not as warm as we saw Sunday and Monday. So this is a bit cooler. And for tomorrow, Binghamton at 58. Oneonta, 55, Capital District, 59, Saranac Lake, 50, and then you get down to New York City in 61, and I like to always look at that because comparing your northern geographic New York state to your southern geographic state, and you always see a big difference in temperature, so about 11 degrees in difference. As for tomorrow night, we're looking at 31 degrees, partly cloudy, so you will maybe get a chance to see the moon. We're looking towards a full moon effect, so watch out for those crazy drivers and crazy students out there during the weekend. And a wind speed of about 5 to 7 miles per hour. As for a 5-day outlook, Friday 59, Saturday for the Easter weekend 63 with a chance of rain, but we're looking more on the dry side until Sunday. We have a bit more of a chance on Easter to get some rain at 71 degrees. And then for the following week, 55 on Monday, 52 on Tuesday, with sunny skies, so there's much to enjoy. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Matthew. Walmart has just announced they will offer discounts for customers who order products online and pick them up in store. This program was put into place by Walmart's e-commerce team to give their company more competitive edge against online retailers like Amazon. This new method of delivery will offer the ease of online shopping while taking advantage of the thousands of Walmart locations. Customers will reap the benefits of this new program by saving on delivery costs and discounts applied at checkout. Walmart hopes once customers have arrived in store to pick up their ordered items, they will shop around some more. Discounts will start on April 19th and will be applied to nearly 10,000 items offered by Walmart.
2 adults have been killed in a classroom shooting at an elementary school in San Bernardino, California on Monday. According to police officers, 2 other people were injured and taken to the hospital. The 2 injured victims are believed to be students. The shooting occurred at North Park Elementary School just before 2 p.m. The shooting happened in a classroom and is believed to be a murder-suicide. Local schools in the area, including Hillside Elementary and Cajun High School, were put on precautionary lockdown. This is a breaking news story. An investigation is still ongoing.
2 teen boys are being hailed as heroes after they rescued a child who had tumbled over a cliff and into freezing waters. 14-year-old Riley John and 16-year-old Seth Guerin were wandering through Coe Park in Juneau, Alaska, when they saw a 5-year-old boy fall down a 15-foot slope and hit his head on a rock in the stream below. As he was being carried away down the river, Riley jumped into the water and swam after the boy, securing a grip on the water-soaked clothes worn by Mason Varner. He was able to pull the boy into a safer part of the river. When Riley's strength failed, he then passed the boy off to Seth, who ran Mason to paramedics. The teens left before Mason's mother, Kristen Hemlock, could properly thank them. She later posted a plea on social media asking if anyone knew the identity of the boys. Riley's grandmother saw the post in a Facebook group and responded to Kristen. Riley and Seth were later awarded a governor's citation, among other goodies.
Congrats, New York. New York will be the first state to make tuition at public colleges and universities free for middle-class students under a new state budget. This plan was crafted by Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo and will apply to any New York student whose family has an annual income of $125,000 or less. However, restrictions will apply. To qualify, students must meet a certain class load and a grade point average. Room and board will also not be covered. Governor Cuomo stated in a radio interview, "College is today what high school was 50 years ago." The governor's office estimates that the program will cost the state $163 million. Additionally, the budget also includes a plan to expand the ride-hailing apps, Uber and Lyft, to upstate cities such as Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, and Albany.
A newfound mall in Sweden is dedicated entirely to repaired and recycled goods. It combines a traditional recycling center with a shopping center. People can drop off goods that they no longer need and then browse for something new. It is the first mall of its kind in Sweden and possibly the first in the world. Dropped off goods are sorted into various workshops where they are refurbished or repaired accordingly. Products are then sorted into 14 specialty shops that are all comprised on secondhand products including furniture, computers, audio equipment, clothes, toys, bikes, and gardening, and building materials. The mall also includes a restaurant with lots of organic options, an exhibition, area conference, facilities, and a training college for studying recycling. The mall itself is operated by the local municipality, but the shops are private businesses and social enterprises, which create spaces for startups and local artisans.
Thanks, Joanna. Stay tuned to ONN for your weekly sports update with Austin Teeterbaum.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches, au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou, ton
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Austin, how are New York Yankees looking this year?
They're looking great as always. I'm so excited for the season. But as always, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to sports, so let's get right to it. Derek Jeter used to say, the season didn't start until the Yankees played their first game in the Bronx. If Monday's home opener was a sign of things to come, this could be quite an interesting season for the Yankees after all. Pineda retired the first 20 batters he faced before Evan Longoria's 2-out double ruined the big righty's pursuit for perfection. It was only one of only 2 hits allowed by Pineda over 7 innings. Aaron Judge also helped his team by hitting 2 home runs in the game. Hoping the Yankees can keep this going. Sorry, Oscar Robinson, Russell Westbrook is the new Triple Crown king. The Thunder superstar point guard clinched a triple-double in the fourth quarter of Sunday's game against the Denver Nuggets. This gave him an NBA record of 42 during the during the 2016-17 season coming into Sunday. The Thunder were 32-9 and 13-25 in all other contests. Back in 1961 and 1962 season, Oscar Robertson set his triple-double marker when the NBA played at a breaknecking pace that made racking up a godly stats easier. Many players during that year set a number of seemingly untouchable records. Even if Westbrook gathers a few empty rebounds here and there, the Thunder fire on all cylinders when Westbrook is bringing all around his game. In Red Dragon sports, the SUNY Oneonta men's and women's track and field teams were at Princeton and Rider Universities this past weekend. The track and field team competed against primary Division I competition. The Red Dragons came away with many seasons' best performances on both sides of the ledger as they continue to tune up for the SUNYAC tournament, met in 3 weeks. For the men's, senior David Busby was the lone competitor at Princeton running the 5K. Busby was 32 overall with a season best time at Rider. The men had nearly a dozen top 10 finishes led by sophomore Reuben Gill, who was 5th in 400 meter with a season best time. For the women, 5 seniors made it trek to Princeton to compete this past Friday. Rachel Shine, Emily McBain, Elizabeth, and Taylor DeClark completed in the hammer. Shine ran a season best time and finished 4th overall. Meanwhile, McBain placed 8th overall. Sheerdog recorded a season best mark of 53 meters and finished 5th in the competition. The SUNY Oneonta softball team got back to work with a doubleheader sweep of Fredonia. The Red Dragons had to go into extra innings before prevailing in Game 1, 5-1, and later winning the second game, 8-6. In Game 1, Oneonta was riding the arm of DeAngelis. Oneonta scored its first run in the 5th inning on an RBI single by O'Gorman. Both offenses were on the second game. A 4-run third inning for Oneonta gave them the runs they needed as they held off late rally by the Blue Devils. Oneonta scored a pair of unearned runs in the second inning before putting up a 4 spot in the third. Corbett drove in a pair while the other 2 runs came in on O'Gorman's home run to center field. And that's it for your weekly sports update on Oneonta News Now. I'm Austin Titlebaum.
Thanks, Austin. Join us again next time for your up-to-date news, sports, weather, and more. I'm Barbara Prempe.
And I'm Joanna Weidenhammer. This is Oneonta News Now. Have a good night.